One of the concepts that I've been integrating into my life and meditating and contemplating for some time is this whole idea of stepping into our power. And I think it's important to understand what our power is. And so if we look at it from a biological standpoint, well, our power comes from electricity. Yeah, our entire body is using energy in order to be able to operate. Our cells are these little photovoltaic batteries that they create energy. And we get energy from the sun, we get energy from the food we eat, we get energy from a lot of different places, from the people that we surround ourselves with and the things that we do. And so our power, our power is energy. And what is energy? Well, our energy is our emotions that we expend. And our emotions are this compass in order to be able to guide us into something greater. Meaning, when we sit with what we feel, as opposed to directing it to the outside environment or asking something outside of us to change in order to make us feel better, that's a never-ending loop of asking something outside of us to change. It's interesting, the more I contemplate it and the more I observe it, it seems like everything outside of us that carries energy is just a distraction away from the feelings that we have within us in order to be able to solve the problems that we are creating. And so when we step into our power, it seems to me that what we do is we take responsibility for everything that is happening to us, around us, everything we observe, everything we experience, everything we feel. And then, instead of projecting it outwards, actually embody those feelings. And then recognize that when we change how we live, we get the opportunity to change how we feel. And that's true integration, meaning you can understand a concept, but until you change your lifestyle, until you change your perception, until you change your way, until you change how you feel, we keep trapping ourselves in the same energetic loop of distracting ourselves from ourselves. And ultimately, that's what the outside seems to be doing. It seems to distract us away from ourselves. So, how do I take the power back? Well, even when a circumstance comes my way and it doesn't work out the way I want it, or I get treated poorly, I have to recognize that I put myself in this situation. And then therefore I can recognize how to get myself out of it, what I have to change. And this has been everything for me, because as I started to do this, the first thing that started to change was my mental health. And I started to have a different perspective. And for those of you who know me, I went through some very significant health challenges that were life-threatening. And I watched this process where I would go to the outside, I would be able to get some help, they could fix me a little bit, they could make me feel a little bit better, but I wasn't dealing with this reoccurring behavior that was ultimately making me sick. And what I was most fearful of was letting go of everything that I built up to that point, everything that I thought that mattered, all of these things that I had acquired, all of these accomplishments that I had made, and all these experiences that I was having. And I had to let them go. I had to actually change my behavior. I had to actually do something very, very different. And that in itself was terrifying, because I had to step into the unknown. And then I remind myself that we have no idea what is to become. We have no idea We have no idea where we have come from as a species. Like, we've got all of these ideas that get implanted into us. But at the end of the day, what are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What are your feelings? And then to hold them, embody them, and to promote change within yourself. That was my process. What's yours going to be? With love, with gratitude, and blessings on this beautiful day, my friends. Be well.